So I'm on my way to Austin's, and this is one of the craziest feelings that I've ever felt. I know it's so probably normal to you guys, but the fact that this is gonna be like my last drive in this car for about 2 months is kind of sad. Like, we still have the Evo, so I'll still be able to boost, but this car, it brings me so much happiness. And like, if I'm ever having a rough day, like just driving this makes me so happy. And I know the end product's gonna be great, but it's just such a weird feeling, like knowing that this car's not gonna be drivable for the next few months. It's okay, it's totally worth it, but I'm kind of sad. So I'm trying to like just enjoy the last little bit I have this car. And I guess that just goes to show I picked the right car, you know? I feel like everybody's got to find that car that kind of brings them joy and happiness, and what better car to build than the Evo? So I'm on my way to Austin's. We're gonna train, you know, do the bodybuilding thing, probably eat some food, and then this motor is coming out. So I'm gonna do one last pull for the boys because, you know, that's mandatory. You gotta do a pull before the Evo goes down. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm super excited, but really just kind of sad and a little nervous, but it's gonna be sick. Austin's a beast, and I'm sure it won't take us too long to get everything done, but it is gonna be a huge build. Like, it's gonna be a very extensive process. The whole thing's getting built, so hope you guys are ready. I'm ready, I'm excited, but a little nervous. Let's do a little send for the boys. Now it's a little hard to film and shift, but I'm gonna do my best. Pop her into third. Grab the steering wheel. Oh, here we go. Yep, she ripped. Oh, she's so good. I love this car. It feels so good, it's so fast. But it's gonna be even faster when we're done. All right, so I'll check in with you guys on the lift. Well, boys, here she is. You guys have seen the shop before. We were back at Austin's shop, and I had my final drive in the Evo, and now I think we're gonna take all the AC stuff out and we're gonna start pulling the motor. It's so crazy. It's such a surreal feeling. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have done it before, but I've never pulled a motor from a car to make it even better. So I can't wait to see what this thing's gonna be. We've done such small little upgrades to this car and nothing ever too crazy. So, all right, boys, so we are gonna disconnect evap AC, and then we have to go on the inside of the car and we're gonna disconnect the steering rack. And then Austin said we're gonna take off all intercooler piping, and then we'll do axles. We're gonna drain the engine oil. I'm gonna time lapse most of it, but Austin's bet is it's gonna take us between 2 and 2.5 hours to drop the entire motor. Oh, and then we're trying to figure out what color to do the valve cover. Right, valve cover? Why am I second guessing everything I'm saying? Right, that's valve cover? Yep. Okay, I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. I'm gonna redo that. All right, guys, and I need your guys' input. What color should we do the valve cover? Because this is a Evo 7 valve cover, I believe, but I don't want to keep it this color. So I thought maybe we could match it to that right there, maybe like that purple, or we could do some other wild colors. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because we're definitely going to paint that something cool. And then I do have new coils on the way because those are stock ones, but I already have the mounting plate. I just needed new coils. So we'll have new coil on plugs, and she gonna be built. All right, guys, and I need your guys' input. What color should we do the valve cover? Because this is a Evo 7 valve cover, I believe, but I don't want to keep it this color. So I thought maybe we could match it to that right there, maybe like that purple, or we could do some other wild colors. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because we're definitely going to paint that something cool. And then I do have new coils on the way because those are stock ones, but I already have the mounting plate. I just needed new coils. So we'll have new coil on plugs, and she gonna be built. All right, so you guys see that little hole right there? So there's a locker in there for the throwout bearing. Basically, it's much easier when the car's up in the air to get that to disconnect. That way we can separate the trans from the motor. And so Austin just disconnected that, but make sure if you guys are doing this, that you disconnect that before dropping everything, or else it's really, really hard to separate, right?
Yeah, well, it's in an easier spot.
Dope.
Kind of, instead of laying on the floor.
All right, guys, so you saw we got the wheels off. We got axles out. So we've also got the control arms disconnected. I don't know what's next, but you know, our boy Austin's gonna tell it. She's so wet. Oh my God. We're getting so close. Most of the driveline components are pulled and disconnected. AC obviously has been disconnected. Most of the wiring harness disconnected. Now we got to do fuel lines and a few more things, a couple of engine mounts, and then she's going to be all ready to come out. It's so crazy to see like this. I keep telling you guys, but I've never been this excited for something in my entire life. Like, I've literally waited years to be able to build this thing, and it's just crazy surreal to me that it's finally happening. And then I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if anybody will be interested, but that shiny manifold right there, it's not that shiny, but it will be for sale with the turbo. I also have a wastegate, and I also have an MAP open dump with it as well. So I'm gonna try and sell it as a whole kit. So if you guys are interested, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or I'll probably post it local on Facebook first once it's off the car. So if you do want it, let me know. Turbo's in great shape. It's not like it's been maxed out its entire life or anything, so you know. Engine mounts out, and raise her up off of it. What, like literally 2 hours to have the motor out?
Yep.
That's insane. All right, boys, so that motor mount, that one's disconnected. Now just this last one. Austin's also already got the jack stands underneath, and then once we raise her back up, motor's coming out. All right, boys, moment of truth. She's coming undone. Holy crap. Transmission, turbo, and all. That seems super efficient. Like, that's the way to pull the motor, dude.
Yeah. If you have a lift.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought I'd see my car like this. So guys, Austin's a madman. He said 2 hours, and we literally pulled the motor in 2 hours. That's crazy. So we were gonna call it a night, because it's getting pretty late, and me and Austin are both hungry, and we're bodybuilders, so we gotta eat. But we're gonna take the turbo kit off, everything, or just the turbo?
Yeah, just the turbo, the whole thing.
Sweet. So that'll come off, and then we're probably gonna pick it back up tomorrow. Then we're gonna disassemble this whole thing so that I can get the block and the head dropped off to the machine shop. Then we're basically waiting on the machine shop to get it back, which should take, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Then we'll build the motor. It's gonna be sick. How long do you think it'll be down for, Austin?
Depending on the machine shop, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks.
Couple weeks
to a couple months.
So yeah, it's basically just dependent on them and whenever Austin has free time, because he's a G and's helping your boy out. But dang, this is such a cool sight to see, guys. I never thought my car would get the motor pulled and built and fast. You guys want that turbo and manifold? I'm sure it's gonna sell pretty fast because it's a great setup. So if you want it, hit me up. She's coming off. Ooh, that was pretty easy.
Yep.
Sick, dude. All right, boys, so we're gonna call it a night there. We got motor out, we've got manifold, turbo out, and yeah, like I said, we're gonna call it there. We're probably gonna pick it back up tomorrow. We figured out a few more things that we're gonna order. We're gonna go ahead and just do new valves just because the motor's already out. It's the time to do it just for safety too. I'm gonna get a new oil cap because this one leaks. And then we noticed the cam gear cover is cracked down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. but it is cracked right there, so I'm gonna get a clear cover for that. Yeah, so we need to get a crank pulley as well. So 4 more things added to the list. And yeah, so I'm gonna get those ordered up, and then she will be pretty much all ready to go to the machine shop tomorrow. So I will see you guys then.
I like everything about